tornado is coming. Folks, prepare and take the proper caution measures. Okay. To stay safe. Oh, he talking that talk. Slick Rick is back, but Acho, you convinced the Lakers will roll through the West side when LeBron and AD return?
No question. I think when LeBron and AD return, it'll kind of be like an avalanche. Y'all know how an avalanche continues to pick up snow and thus pick up steam as the longer it goes, the longer it rolls. That's what will happen with LeBron and AD. The longer they get back on the court, the longer they go, the longer they roll. Yes, they will pick up steam and roll through the West. It's been a while, but we got to remember, like, LeBron and AD went 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 4-2 en route to a championship last year when you came back after a 3 or 5 month break, however long it was in the midst of COVID. So you get LeBron and AD back again this year in a, to certain degrees, similar Western Conference. Not necessarily big picture NBA, but similar Western Conference with the same superstars roughly residing on the same teams. Then I expect to see a similar result. 4-1, 4-1, 4-1, 4-2. Like LeBron and AD, when they are together and when they are healthy, nobody stops them. Nothing can stop them, at least not in the Western Conference. Now, them Nets, that's another story. That's another conversation. But they will roll through the West when those two come back.
Any surprise that Kevin Durant makes his return, and lo and behold, LeBron James jumps out on social media and goes, hey, I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm coming. Look, no, we keep making this false equivalence between what the Lakers did last year after the shutdown and what they're capable of doing when AD and LeBron come back from their personal shutdowns. Here's the problem. Everybody was shut down last year, and everybody was starting from the same blocks. That's not the case here, and LeBron and AD are not starting in the same place. They're starting from injuries, not layoff, one of the most serious that LeBron James has ever suffered. And I have to be honest, guys, what's going on with Anthony Davis? When this first happened, and I know Marcellus has played doctor and let us know what a severe thing tendinosis can be, but a calf strain and tendinosis, I can't even say it, much less explain it, is taking 2 months. It was supposed to be conservative when he wasn't going to come back until after the All-Star break. Now, even now, when they're talking about him possibly coming back at the end of this road trip when the team returns, Frank Vogel still sounds iffy about that. And, oh, by the way, he's coming back without LeBron to face the Utah Jazz twice and the Dallas Mavericks twice. Good luck in changing the equation there. So when I look at it, look, if LeBron at this point comes back when he's expected to come back, which is end of April, a week later than originally anticipated, that's going to leave 8 games. And they're not going to be working from a position of strength. They're going to be working from potentially a play-in situation. So now LeBron comes back. Is he going to have to go full bore in those last 8 games, unlike the 8 games in the bubble where they just coasted and went 3-5? Or is he going to accept that they're going to be in a play-in game? Acho, I agree with you in that the longer it goes, the better they should get. But the problem is the Avalanche may never start because they're going to have to come in very likely into a play-in game, and one game could decide whether they're in the playoffs at all.
Man, I am torn on this one. I'm going to say no and yes. Damn right. Check better still cash, but I'm on the fence on this one. I say no because I think this year is going to be a worse version of the Los Angeles Lakers. And in life, when you show a worse version of yourself but get better results or as good of results, that's a slippery slope. And that's why I also want to say yes, because I think judged by the competition, they may get the same results, at least in the Western Conference, in terms of making their NBA Finals appearance. No, because I'll take y'all back to college. I only broke curfew one time. And I remember that night why I broke curfew, and it was worth it, y'all. But I broke curfew, and then the next day I had a game. I was like, damn it, I'm going to be sorry. And no, I wasn't. And it was bad for my psyche because I went out there and balled out against Cornell, you know, top-ranked team in the country. I don't know what they were, BCS rankings. But the point is, shut up. Sports Illustrated Player of the Week. Me at an Ivy League school over people like Acho at them big-ass schools. I was the dude. And inside, no one knew. I was like, ooh. And it was scary because then I started playing with this mental formula of maybe I don't have to always play every game, LeBron and AD, and maybe I could load manage and can play around with it and not do everything the right way and still get optimal results. That's tricky. That's why I say no. But then I say yes. Wake up. It's the Lakers. They're the champions. Look at the West. I watched that Phoenix game versus Utah last night. That ain't it. Utah has not made the Western Conference since 06-07, and Phoenix hasn't made the playoffs since 2010. So when the lights are brightest, I don't trust them just yet. Denver Nuggets lost to the Lakers last year, Western Conference Finals. Have they made up that gap? They look a little better, but I'm not sure. And my Clippers, we haven't even been in the Western Conference Finals ever. So, yeah, I think the Lakers are still primed to roll through the West. But this version of the Lakers, I admit, will look a little messier than it did last year.
What you got, Slick?
To me, the Lakers, and I'm surprised that Marcellus has not pointed this out, that the Lakers, to me, are the mirror or the opposite of the Brooklyn Nets. Defensively, they are still as tough as they're still ranked at the top.
Yeah.
Offensively, they are 23rd. And if you look at the last 20 years, teams that have ultimately won the championship, there's only a handful that were ranked outside of the top 5 overall between offense and defense and the balance there. And the Lakers right now, if I'm not mistaken, are sitting 7th. The Brooklyn Nets are sitting 8th. And so that's another reason why I'm not buying that the Lakers are the same team that they were last year.
Acho over here arguing with me off camera, y'all. I'm going to let y'all know that. Look, this year, Lakers ain't going to have 5 months in the bubble and the Tesla charger sitting there activating all those guys and getting themselves reset. It ain't happening this year that way. But just based on the competition in the West, I will admit it's different. I remind you, Slick Rick, because you love to bring up last year in that bubble and how the Lakers were ever able to respond to it. And every team had the same advantage.
Yeah, so do you hear this?
Yeah,
I do.
Every team had the same chance. Nah, I give it to you like this, Acho. In track and field, there are better starters and there are also better finishers.
Correct.
So last year to me was like running 100 and telling Ben Johnson, just run the first 50, stop, go back to the blocks, run another 50, stop. He gonna win every one of those races. But they didn't have the war of attrition like you're supposed to have in every season, like you're gonna have this year, where Carl Lewis says the last 50 is when I'm strongest. Go Clippers, Carl Lewis style. We'll see how we finish this race.
Clippers into this conversation?
It was a reach. Coming up, the Bucks are the champs. But we'll tell you if the Packers are ranked.